Go.
Hello there. Today I'm going to be interviewing Mr. Debate on global warming. What do you think global warming is?
Well, global warming is essentially a slow rise in temperature over a period of time. It changes the average temperature around the world. A lot of people think it has to do with, oh, it's a really hot summer. But no. What happens is that it causes extreme weather events to occur outside of the normal range of what's happening. As far as what's causing it, it's really difficult to say. We don't have enough data to be anything definitive on.
And how can we distinguish natural climate change and human-caused climate change?
Well, that's part of the problem, is that it's difficult to ascertain exactly which is which. There seems to be direct correlation and evidence that we see a rise in the amount of CO2 concentration in the air, and we see the same correlated rise in temperature that's going on as well. So there tends to be evidence that it's being caused by basically like carbon-based fuels, like the fossil fuels, and the burning of those things creating more carbon dioxide, and the depleting of rainforests, which is going to be like a carbon sink. It's a way of holding on to carbon, so the carbon dioxide isn't forming. So this seems to be correlated, but there can be geological events that occur that can cause it to look one way or another. Like we had a small dip in the average temperature of the Earth when Mount St. Helens went off, because it put a lot of ash in the air, so it reflected more sunlight, and as a result, it brought down global warming.
And one effect of global warming is melting polar ice caps. Do you know of any ice caps that are being affected by global warming, and why?
Yeah, the North Pole is definitely a lot smaller than what it was. When they look at it over several decades, they can see that like where that summer ice is, keeps getting smaller and smaller, and they believe that at a certain point it will be open ocean during the summertime in the North Pole. But that is not really a major cause for concern. It's not going to affect sea levels anywhere, because it's like an ice cube that's in a glass of water. And when the ice cube melts, the water level doesn't change in the glass. The problem is Antarctica, and there are some sections like the Ross Ice Shelf in Antarctica is experiencing some major thawing, and those are like ice and snow that's above waterline. And so when those melt, they're adding significantly to the level of the ocean. The biggest concerns aren't necessarily the polar ice caps, but more of like Greenland. If Greenland melts, there's over 2 miles thick of ice, and it could cause a real problem.
So what's being done to contain this effect?
There's nothing that can be done. You're looking at something that is the effect of something that is cumulative and built up over time in small bits and pieces. And so you don't know exactly what caused it, so how can you correct it?
Right. What can we do to inform people about global warming?
Well, like what you're doing right now is good. Basically become better educated on it and speak to your friends. Word of mouth. The internet is a very powerful tool in terms of getting the word out. A simple little message can spread completely around the world in a matter of days, so that very large part of the population of the Earth could know about it very quickly. So I think that could be an effective sort of a groundswell tool that could be used.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're more than welcome. Good luck with your project.
Thank you.